Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Health is conducting oversight visits to some of Gauteng's vaccination centres today. My colleague, that's eNCA senior reporter Barry Bateman, tracking the visit and is joining us now from a vaccination centre in Wendywood in the northern part of Johannesburg. Barry, good afternoon. How is it going at this new vac site, and what did the Portfolio Chair Committee have to say earlier?
Yeah, good afternoon, Dan. Well, everything appears to be running quite smoothly here. We've just arrived here, but we've come from the Wendywood vaccination site in the south of Johannesburg, where we actually got to speak to some of the people there who were going through the process. And what we experienced, or what we witnessed from these people, was a lot of satisfaction that they have got a very smooth system that is being processed. There's a holding area where people are assessed before they go through. They then move indoors, where there is a system where there are 10 tables around where the prepared vaccinations are then administered to each of the individuals. So the people coming out on the other end after being monitored say that they're very satisfied with the professionalism of the healthcare workers that are administering the vaccine. So from that perspective, it does appear to be going well. From what we're seeing here, it's going well. Earlier this morning, we were with Dr. Dlomo, who was the Portfolio Committee on Health chairperson, who was visiting the Charlotte Maxeke Hospital, which also has a vaccination site. You'll know that's one of the more established ones, apart from the 25 new ones that have been established. And we asked him, what are your thoughts about these 25 new that have been established? He said it certainly comes as a relief, and we're going to be needing more of these going forward as the vaccination stages progress. We're going to need more sites because more people are going to be coming forward. So on that particular score, Dan, there's certainly satisfaction from the portfolio chair, and from what I've seen, the people as well are also quite happy with the way this is being rolled out.
But the portfolio chair must have some concerns or some words to say about Charlotte Maxeke Hospital. Remember the fire there a few weeks ago, still waiting, and I don't know what the chair had to say about that.
Exactly, Dan. We've heard it. I mean, we had our colleagues reporting on this over the last couple of weeks, the significant impact that the loss of beds and facilities at Charlotte Maxeke has had on people, particularly people going through cancer treatments, for example, who've had those interrupted. So Dr. Dlomo saying that was one of the issues that they were going to raise and they were going to be discussing, primarily because we are going into this third wave, Dan. You heard it last night. We've now officially in the third wave. Over 9,000 new cases overnight. 5,000 of those in Gauteng alone, which is more than 50% of the new cases in the country. So it's going into that third wave that is very much a concern. And if you look at the size of Charlotte Maxeke, the significance it plays to the community in Johannesburg and the greater area, it's very important that the sections get up and running, or at the very least there is a contingency plan. But I asked him about this, and he had this to say.
We felt it was important to get detailed presentation as to what happened, what are the plans, how do we intervene. This is the biggest ever hospital, more than 800 beds. To lose about 124 ICU beds with this third wave coming in is something that we can't take for very lightly. So we will be engaging with the minister late in this afternoon, having received the report now.
Okay, that's the head portfolio committee chair, Dr. Dlomo there. Very briefly, Barry, before you go, is it a day's visit? Because he was referring there to getting another report a bit later on today. The portfolio committee, are they done now with their vaccination sites visiting Gauteng for the day?
Well, what we know is that after we left them at Charlotte Maxeke, they went off to other parts of Gauteng. We understand they went to the Vaal. There's other areas in the province that they have gone to, and they will eventually end up this evening back in Johannesburg, where we understand they'll get a final report or have a meeting with the Premier.